friends, welcome to week 13 and perhaps one of the hottest weeks of the CSA. It has been a hot one, but look it, everything has been super bountiful. So whenever we get a heat spell, it really makes the tomatoes and the squashes and things kick into high gear. So we do have a lot of those this week, but let me just take you on a tour and show you some of the different things that we've got. All right, so we do have a new zucchini row starting, and we've got some different kinds of squashes and zucchini. So different colors, different types. You can cook them all like you would a zucchini, but they are just a little fun because, you know, more variety. They look nice sliced up, make a nice ratatouille or something like that. Gosh, I always loved, in our childhood, we would just saute onion and zucchini and peppers, and then at the very end we just quarter up some tomatoes, toss them in, and then top them with some really good cheese. And that was one of my favorite things. Nice summertime flavor. But by now you should have 125,000 things that you can do with zucchini. And this new crop, I'm kind of amazed it actually grew so quickly. I thought by the time the other crop was phasing out we'd have the new crop, and lo and behold, it is really cranking. All right, we got tons of tomatoes. We are really enjoying the bounty of tomatoes. So these are the green zebra tomatoes. They're green and they're ripe. They actually get a bit of a yellow blush, as you can see here, but they are so wonderful. So we've got all kinds of different colors and flavors. A lot of these Blue Beauty tomatoes, which are just so pretty. We've got some of the Bonnie's Best, which are red. We've got some golden tomatoes. We've got all kinds of stuff. So tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. If you find that you have too many tomatoes, haha, who can have too many tomatoes? No, seriously, it can become a problem. You can freeze them whole, and that is my favorite way to actually enjoy tomatoes all season long. So you just take your stem off, rinse them, pat them dry, put them in a bag, put them in the freezer, and then when you're ready to use them, run them under some hot water. You're gonna slip the skin right off and chop them up. It is honestly so much tastier, so much more efficient, and so like the texture is better than canning your tomatoes or anything like that. So I do that with all my tomatoes. I still have tomatoes from last year in my freezer, but believe me, you're gonna wanna preserve these beauties, and when you get tired of them, or if they're just a couple of them that are super ripe and you just can't get to them, toss them into a bag and put them in the freezer, and believe me, come January, February, you will be so excited that you did that. All right, more patty pans. Trying to keep these patty pans small. Did you know that we have to pick these every single day so they keep their cute little size? I do just think they're so adorable. When they are tiny, you can skewer them, which is fun, but I just love using those and sauteing them up, roasting them, whatnot. We have sage this week, and no, this is not a sage I'd recommend to burn, but to eat, and it is so good with a brown butter sage like sauce that you can do for pasta, and then you could toss in those tomatoes and different things like that. So we'll be putting a recipe in for a brown butter sage sauce, but you can also dry this, so you can just hang it up and dry it. And we'll find you some other recipes too, but you know, anything you're unsure of, just Google it. You'll find lots of different recipes. And these are so easy to dry that you can have them all season long. I think they look a little bit like dinosaur skin if you ask me. Kind of fun. Smells so good, such a pretty color. All right, we got lots of cherry tomatoes for you. They are just going bonkers, so enjoy those cherry tomatoes. One of my favorite things to do with cherry tomatoes is to take and have them and then do a caprese instead of your traditional caprese. Try substituting sesame oil and rice wine vinegar. It makes for really great flavor. So that is fun. And also sometimes I'll then add in a little bit of basil or even Thai basil. But these guys are just so good. So I hope that you've been enjoying snacking on them and adding them to everything, right? We've got an onion this week. These are the white onions. We got a couple cucumbers. Man, the weather, the bugs, everything's not been kind to the cucumbers, so we're hoping to keep them around as long as possible, but the vines are taking a little bit of a beating, so we're happy to have the cucumbers. While we can cherish those cucumbers, they're not probably going to last that much longer. We brought back Swiss chard, and this is a really easy one to saute. Just chop everything up, saute your stems first. Anything that is a sauteed green, I like to saute with a little bit of cayenne flakes, garlic, olive oil, and then at the end, just put a little squeeze of lemon on there. Do your stems, then add the leaves in there. This honestly will cook down to like teeny tiny little bit. But greens are always really good with a little bit of acidity, whether it's a vinegar or a lemon juice or something added at the very end, or even some hot pepper. So we've got some variety of hot peppers for you this week. Try not to overwhelm you with hot peppers. If you have too many hot peppers, great thing to do is to take and cut them. Now, wear gloves, or just don't touch anything, because these will burn. They're hot, especially the seeds and things like that inside. I like to cut them about here. That way I get rid of most of the seeds. And then I just take the rest of these and I throw them into the food processor, and you can even add a little bit of garlic in there or whatnot. And then I take that finely chopped up stuff, put it into ice cube trays, pour a little bit of good olive oil in there, and then you have little ice cubes you can freeze, and you have your flavor profile for sauteing other things later down the road. So that's a great thing to do with those guys there. Potatoes, we started a new potato. These are red Pontiac potatoes. They got a little bit of a funky skin on them. Sorry, they're not super smooth this season, but just go ahead and peel them. They're delicious inside. And these red Pontiacs make for especially good potato salad. They have a firmer texture that holds up really nice for potato salad. So try some potato salad this week. Very excited about arugula. We had started some arugula under our agribon hoops, got it irrigated, really trying to push that to grow quickly and not go and bolt in this heat, which means just going to seed. And I think we really hit that nail on the head. This arugula looks great. So try a bacon arugula tomato sandwich. We've been using all kinds of alternate greens for our BLTs, including Napa cabbage, which was so delicious. But the arugula is a great flavor. This is wonderful on burgers, wonderful on sandwiches. Oh my goodness, so very excited about that beautiful arugula. Last but not least, some different peppers. These are those Anaheim, kind of hot, not too much, just a little bit of heat. Banana, no heat at all. And then different bell peppers. So if you've got a lot of bell peppers, make some stuffed peppers. I like to saute, my rice, ground beef, all of that, season it up, lots of veggies in there. And then you can do stuffed peppers, slicing them this way. So they just have like a little cup, and they're actually really convenient like that. Instead of doing your bell peppers like this and stuffing them, cut them like this and make them into tiny little boats. Then I love, Panera has a tomato soup, and honestly this is kind of cheating because we have so many tomatoes. You could definitely make your own, but quick and easy, I just throw that tomato soup that you buy in the deli section into the pan with my peppers, and then I bake those with the lid on for a little bit and top them with some cheese and all that good stuff. So stuffed peppers are great, or you can also do, when it gets cooler later in the week, you can do a deconstructed stuffed pepper soup, and also freeze these bad boys. Chop them up, put them in a bag and freeze them. They're great for sauteing. I like mine chopped up, and then they go straight from the freezer into the frying pan. And I actually used the last of my peppers from last year just about a month ago, and they were still really wonderful. So I hope that inspires you as we are working towards the last couple of weeks. We've got about a month of CSA boxes after this, and we also have 2 weeks worth of bonus boxes, and that's where we really harvest the last of the garden. And believe me, we've got so much coming still. Lettuce, radishes, and winter squashes galore. I have so many varieties of winter squash, sweet potatoes. I have purple sweet potatoes, regular sweet potatoes, so much good stuff. And then just to warm your day, we are starting in on picking another run of sunflowers, so hopefully we will be getting sunflowers to you sometime this or next week. But these chocolate sunflowers, are they not so fun with a little bit of chocolate, but then also a little bit of yellow to them, and the traditional yellow sunflowers, and then I've also got some really fun bicolor ones as well. So I hope those little sunflowers cheer your day, and you will be getting some very soon, as these guys are just starting again. So enjoy your box, folks. Week 13 of the CSA. Happy cooking!